Where did my icon go? There it is. All right. So yesterday I was supposed to go live and do a contest of mayors walkthrough along with answering some of your guys' questions, and I ended up getting sick and decided not to do it. So I'm here today to actually be on time and do something. Now, as many of you may have noticed, we had a Christmas deal come in this morning. And for those of you who wanted to know what it looks like on your screen, that's what this will look like. If you purchase it, it's $560 cash, which, to be honest with you, I think is a little bit over the top. It's a little overpriced, I'm not going to lie. So if you don't really like it, I wouldn't buy it. But do keep in mind that if you did want to do any kind of Christmas theme, that you may not get, or in fact, I know you will not get this opportunity to buy it again until next year. So if you want it, buy it, right? Now, the next thing on the list, and I have a ton of these, so I honestly don't really care to put them all out to figure out how much they are just yet. But I'll show you which ones they have for sale, and I'll show you what they look like on your screen. So this one here is actually quite large. Now, I have several of these. Most of them are placed on my Frosty map. And it's not bad. It really does look cool. Especially if anybody here has unlocked the Frosty map or intends to unlock the Frosty map within the next year, this is a really good building to unlock. Okay? Now, this one here. This one's also pretty cool, honestly. Wait a minute. Let's go back here. Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, why isn't that one for sale? There it is. Okay, so 8 platinum keys is how much this one is. And this one is pretty cool. It's really big, though. But these do really look cool on the Frosty map, okay? So, as many of you may have heard, my car broke down 2 days ago. So I'm not in my normal car, which is pretty sad, actually, because my grandma's car is a huge jacked up Dodge diesel. Okay, like what kind of 7-year-old woman needs a jacked up Dodge diesel to go to the fucking grocery store? I don't know, but she does. So if you can't hear me over this behemoth of a truck, I apologize. This thing is ridiculous. Okay, it's obnoxious. All right, just to go into the damn coffee shop. Okay, the lady's like, what the fuck? Because like the top part, like the clearance, I had plenty of clearance. And I probably could have fit the damn thing in there, but I didn't want to try. So I went to the front and I was like, you know what? I can fit through the front if I back up. So she's like seeing this big Dodge Ram backing up through the drive-thru going, what the fuck? And then she sees me and she's like, oh, hello. Your usual. I'm like, yeah, that'd be nice. Fuck. Okay, so this train car set is also pretty damn cool. I'm not going to lie. Now, in order for me to know exactly how much these are going to cost, which is so stupid, by the way, SimCity, they really should give us the price whether we have 90 million of them or not. So I'm going to go to a different map where I actually have some more space and see here what's going on. Yeah. Big Dodge diesel, dude. This thing's fucking retardedly huge. Like, the police? Ha! Police ain't got shit on this truck. Like, this thing, I could just roll up over the top of them motherfuckers. They're down there like little specks, you know what I'm saying? Like, seriously? I would not pick a fight with this fucking truck, dude. This thing is huge. Huge. I feel like I'm almost as big as a semi. Okay. Let's see. Yes, I will show my city here in a minute. Okay, so some of these winter park things here, like this one here, is lame as hell. Okay, it only costs 18,000 coins, and I didn't buy this one last time, and I didn't really even want to buy it this time, but just to say that I have it, I went ahead and bought one of them. The Christmas tree is probably going to be one of the most popular cells. At least it was for me. And everybody I used to play with was like, oh my god, everybody get the Christmas tree. So, hence why I have like 15 of these fuckers. Okay, so see. If anybody here has the prices on all these, so I don't have to put all these out, that would be awesome. 7 keys? That's not bad. But, I mean, probably a lot of you are broke from the sale. Knowing them bastards. That's how SimCity does it. Get them good and broke and then put out a sale. Alright, ice skating rink. Alright, so the rest of these are pretty lame. This one's alright. That one's not too bad. The problem with these is that they're pretty large. Do you really want to know how I'm doing? Because I don't think you want your ear chewed off this morning. My car's broke down. I'm driving a big Dodge truck. Yeah, I'm not even going to go there. And, dude, let me tell you the breakdown at my house yesterday. I can't be in the side. I'll kill somebody. 6 fucking people and 3 dogs and fucking hell no. Missy's out the door in 2 minutes from that fucking shit. Try doing a stream from my house. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. The rolling studio, I was like ready to just go into the driveway and just sit in the broke down car. Okay, so I had a question that I was supposed to answer from yesterday on Facebook, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. Somebody was having issues with a clipboard when you guys are trying to do your epics. If you have a regular residential home that has a clipboard on it, like this one here, there used to be a button that said to transfer this. It was something like that. And I remember because I used to move mine around all the time. I don't actually see it right now, and I don't know why that is. Maybe I remember that there are certain instances where it'll actually transfer if it's not connected to a road. Now, given the fact that I don't have any other residentials on my map that are qualified to hold this, I don't think, that may be the cause of why I can't transfer it. I don't know. I haven't actually dealt with this issue in a really long time, so that button may no longer exist. If it does, then great. If not, I honestly would say then you're screwed and you have to do it, right? But there used to be a button here to transfer it. Now, when I click on this is all I get. So I don't, and honestly, you guys, like, what's really frustrating about this game and troubleshooting some technical issues is, like, the people that can't do epic projects that are level 28, they have fully upgraded regular residential homes. They have coverage. They have the token tower place. They've used tokens. Like, there's no logical reasoning why they shouldn't be able to do an epic, and they can't. And then, you know, you go out there for help, and of course you're going to get all those answers. Do you have a regular residential upgrade? You know, and it's frustrating because that's not the issue. It's kind of like the issue I had when my phone broke, right? It was like, everybody was like, just restart the app and uninstall it. It's like, dude, I'm going to shoot the next person that tells me to do that, man. I can't tell you how many times or how much shit I tried to get that to work. And then it just came down to, it just doesn't work on that phone, you know? Why? I don't know. The only thing I can come up with is a resolution issue. That's the only thing I can come up with. And I'm not going to get into all that because it was just a headache and a half. But, you know, some people have really weird shit happen to their games. I had one guy that didn't have any street lights or anything at all on his city. And then he put his city on a new phone and it changed, you know? So it's always different, right? Like for everybody, somebody always has some really bizarre technical issue that nobody can really answer. Okay. One plaque key left. Oh, I know. Dude, it would run a city. It would even run a city with a save, but it wouldn't run my city. Just my city. This city. So then why is it that my corrupted city save works on every other device but this one? That doesn't make sense now, does it? And what makes even less sense is that it does work until I close the game after the tutorial. I'm telling you, there's no logic. I can't find the logic in it. Because it comes down to system requirements, right? Can this phone push out enough RAM and space and all this other shit to run this device? Does it meet the specifications to run this game? And what it comes down to is it does. And the game works perfectly. The game runs great. But with my city save, it doesn't like it. Why? I don't know. But it's really frustrating because it's done this to me on 2 phones. And what's more frustrating is because the issue hasn't been resolved, it makes it difficult to buy a new phone, right? So if I were to go buy a new phone today, I can't guarantee that my city will work. And it's really lame. But anyways, that's not the point of the stream. The point of the stream is that SimCity is a bitch. That's the point. Like, I don't understand why they can't just get their technical shit in order. It's like the crashing, right? A lot of people have that issue. I mean, when it comes to Epic projects and clipboards and things like that, that should be pretty self-explanatory shit. And it's gotten to the point now where I've got multiple people coming to me that can't do Epics, and I'm looking at their map going, well, why? Like, there's no logical reason why they shouldn't be able to. They have met all the requirements. Just doesn't add up. But you know what? I told them to write SimCity, so... And see, now this here, this carousel, to me this looks like a ripoff. Like, I don't think that's worth 560 cash. I just don't. So that's not going to happen. Now, I started to do this design here. I put the buildings right here. I don't know if I like it yet. Honestly, I'm not digging it too much. I haven't decided what to do with the middle of the map at all. Like, I'm stumped. Right here, this whole area, all the way to, I'll show you where I have coverage. I have coverage all the way to the boats up here. So I could put stuff there, but yeah. I just haven't figured out what to do exactly. Okay. Let me check the chat here. Why you gotta ask me that first thing in the morning? Golly. How much do you think I spent? When I first started playing, remember on all my videos when I said I made more mistakes than everybody? Well, I made the mistake of being too damn nice, and I would buy shit and spend cash. Back when I first started playing SimCity, was back when I was drinking a lot. And I would fucking get loaded. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Fuck it, what's $30, you know? And I had nothing to show for it, to be honest with you. Like, it was mostly went to trees back then. If I was lucky, it went to trees, because the rest of it was just garbage. Garbage that I couldn't even tell you where it went. But the last 2-3 years, I haven't spent much of anything. Like, maybe a couple $100 the last couple years. But the beginning, the first year or two, I dumped a lot of money into my city, and I had nothing to show for. So, a lot of it went to the contest of mayors and just competing to compete, you know, not competing to actually win, but just competing to compete, because my dumbass did the rebuilding trick. And back when I was playing CoM competitively, we didn't have the mayor's pass. We just got the rewards. So, it's over 1,500, I can tell you that. I have about $1,700 into this stupid game on this city, okay? And that includes what I spent this Black Friday, because I spent like $100 on Black Friday. But the reason, and I'll tell you why I spent the $100, because I was never going to get the last Maxis, and I really, really want to get my capital city done, right? Now, the last Maxis is 8,000 cash. I would have to spend $100 real money to get $8,000 cash. But because they had that stupid side pass, I was able to spend $100 and get all the benefits of the side pass, including the Maxis. And that was cool because the pass itself came with like 250 cash. And it came with some platinum keys, came with some buildings, a castle, some weird shit. I don't even remember. But it wasn't bad, you know? I mean, essentially, it was something that I really needed to just do, because it was never going to happen with me winning the contest of mayors, not at my level. I mean, what I'm saying is you can win at my level, but what you win, you don't really win because you have to spend as much as you win to win it. So it really doesn't do you any good, right? Do you know how much cash I spend on stupid canisters at the contest if I'm playing competitively, or the regional assignments? They're a nightmare. So I want to talk to you guys actually about the contest of mayors. What was my favorite mayor's pass? Oh, geez. The first one, probably. Because I'll show you which building came from the first one. Hold on. When I figure out where I put it in this mess. Here it is. This was the last building of the first pass, I believe. First or second pass. Pretty sure this was the first one. But they did this mysterious graveyard thing right here. And if you look, it does this like robot thing that walks down the road. Well, they had a bunch of these, and one of them was a donut shop, and there was a donut parade that went down the street. So that was kind of cool. But honestly, since they went to the Mayor's Pass, it's just been garbage. I like the fact that you can get stuff whether you kind of compete or not. So like you can play casually, right, and still get stuff from the pass, which is cool. But the problem is the buildings are so terrible in comparison to what they used to be. Now, if they could add just a little bit better buildings, then it would be absolutely worth it. But honestly, the pass has really sucked. I mean, look at these. They're really tiny buildings. Now, I do like that waterfall. The pyramid ones weren't bad. But honestly, most of these are pretty eh. That was one from the first pass, I think. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably the one would be number one just because of the city events. Okay, so the contest of mayors. For those of you who are actually competing this week, if you are competing to hold your placement in your league, great. If you're competing just for the pass, you probably wouldn't want to do this week. It's kind of a waste of your time, really, because we're not starting the pass till next week. So there's really no point in you competing this week if you're not competing for the actual prize itself. Okay, so let's just pretend for a minute that you're in the Mega League, and this is your starting point, okay? I'm seeing a lot of you guys making really bad decisions, and I'm trying to figure out what your thought process is when you look at your list. Now, I think a lot of you guys are focusing on if an assignment is premium or if it's non-premium. And it seems to be that is the only focus. And so, first off, CoM prep is going to be one of your most important aspects, okay? Prepping is everything. Anytime that you can cut corners and save time is going to help you. You got to remember, you have to get pretty much 75 assignments done in 5 days, right? So that's over 10 assignments a day. Now, realistically, there's going to be times where you have your downtimes. Then you have your times where you're actually living a life and sleeping. So you have to be able to check in on your game quite frequently if you want to actually win the contest, okay? Unless you want to be somebody who blows through all 60 assignments in 2 days by spending an obscene amount of cash, which is pointless. Now, another thing that I've noticed with you guys is that a lot of people are in Metro and playing like they're in Mega. Do not do that, okay? Unless you're somebody who spends real money on the game and you really don't care. Then, I guess, whatever. But if you're somebody who's depending on the cash to get you through Mega, there's a couple things that you need to have before you can even compete in Mega. And, I mean, realistically compete, okay? You need to have all of your shops maxed out. You need to have prepped for the contest. And by prep, I mean really prep. You need to remember that, pretty much think of it like this. What assignment could I get, and am I prepared to get it? So you need to ask yourself, if I was to get, let's say, a epic assignment, am I ready to do one? If you're not, then you didn't prep good enough. If you have shipments and you have nothing that's in those shipments that it's going to ask you for, then you probably didn't prep good enough. If you don't have any VU or dozer and you're in Metro, you didn't prep good enough, okay? You have to prep, because what's going to happen is you're going to get to Mega, okay? And you're going to get an epic task, and you're going to be sitting there going, well, I can't do an epic, okay? And then you're going to say, well, I don't have enough VU to launch. And then you're going to go, well, you know, I don't have the war cards, or my club's not in war. And the next thing you know, your choices are becoming... You're not going for the right choice in the list. You're going for what you can do out of the list. And that's not how you play CoM. How you play CoM is you prepare yourself for everything in the list, and you make the correct choice based off the correct choice, not based off what you can complete. You need to make sure that you can complete them all, right? That's the whole point of prep. Now, for instance, if this was Mega, what is the correct choice in my list? Well, let's see. This is my thought process right now, so I'm just going to tell you guys. First thing I look at is city level, which obviously I'm high enough level I can do whatever I want, meaning I can do upgrades if I want. Then I look at premium or non-premium. I go, well, you know, the launch VU is premium, and it's sitting at 2,000 points. Then I have the due deliveries to Tokyo, which is again premium and sitting at 2,000 points. Then I have an epic project, which is only sitting at 1,200 points. So I'm actually going to leave that one sit. Now I have the Neo Simoleons, which I could do, but it's 50 points less. I have the Cactus Simoleons, which does come back in multiples. It is and is not a premium. It is something that is considered premium, but again, it's not quite that high. That one's a really big pain in the ass, okay? So if you're somebody who has regionals unlocked, you already know what I'm talking about. Now, the repair, delivery, disasters, the monster, the earned simoleons, all three of those are not going to be touched at all throughout the contest because they're of a low points value, okay? Now, the launch legendary war attack, this is a premium, and it's sitting there of a low points value, so I need to keep that in mind, that I may need to do that one to open up opportunities. Now I have a upgrade residential for 800, delivery to Paris. Now, delivery to Paris is not premium, okay? It only goes up as high as, what, 2,400? So I'm going to actually leave that one sit. Now, the 600 flower is still it's a production task, and it's sitting there worth a low points value. So I need to keep that in mind as well, that I may need to open that up during my rotation. So what would my first choice be here? Technically, my first choice should be the launch VU. Why? Because I can get it done without costing myself any cash, and it's still a premium, right? So let's just pretend that I did the launch VU. And that's what I get. I get a production for Pink Lemonade, which my guess is probably going to be somewhere around 1,600 points, 1,700 points. So I would go with the deliveries for Tokyo next, right? Because it's my... The fuck? Dude! I don't know if you guys heard all that noise, but that scared the fuck out of me. Jesus Christ. What kind of stupid ass fucking ad is that? What game is this? See, you got games like this for war and you're out playing SimCity War, you'd be crazy as hell. I think I'm in a loop, you guys. Because I did that Pink Lemonade task right before that. Okay. Hurry up and be done with yourself. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so 1,700 points. So my next choice would be the due deliveries to Tokyo for 2,000 points. Well, it depends on you and your game and what it's worth to you. Are regionals something that you benefit from? You know, are you somebody who actually wants to build up your regional maps? Are you somebody who buys a lot of regional trees? It really depends also in, are you actually able to win? If you have a chance in hell at winning, then yes, it's worth it. But you got to do it just right. For example, here's a little tip for you people that do have regionals unlocked. If you go to your regional map, I'll show you something here. Okay, so you see the HQ right there, the regional HQ, where you do your shipments. If you click on this, it automatically starts the timer, okay? If you don't click on it, then you can guarantee that it will be available when you do click on it, saying that you haven't clicked on it since the last time. So, for example, let's say I hadn't clicked on my regional shipments in a couple of days, because that's usually how long it takes to get them back. I can tell you right now that I already know it's going to be there if I hadn't clicked on it in a couple of days, right? So when you click on it, it'll say start shipment. All of a sudden, the timer is going to start right now. So do not actually click on these to check on them, right? So a lot of people, what they'll do right at the beginning of the contest is they'll go click on all their regional stuff and they'll go, oh, cool, it just started. It's like, no, it started because you clicked on it. Whereas if you wouldn't have clicked on it before you actually got the assignment, once you get the assignment and you're ready to do it, then click on this. Then the timer starts. Now, if I hadn't clicked on it, it wouldn't have started until I actually clicked on it. So make sure that you don't click on it until you're ready, okay? Then you have 23 hours to complete these. If you complete the 3 rows, then you obviously know that you unlock the stupid piggy banks that you can buy for $2.99. Now, these are available to you for X amount of days until the new shipment comes in. Okay? Another way that you can earn regional coins for your tasks is to sell the items to the people. Do house upgrades. That'll get you 40 for that one. You can bulldoze regional trees if you feel like that's something you want to do. I think that's the stupidest thing people could do, but hey, people do it. So I don't mind the regional assignments when I'm not playing competitively because I can just do them whenever I want, right? But if I'm playing competitively, the regional ones suck. They suck big time, especially if you get put in a loop. Okay. So looking at this list here, knowing that Tokyo would be the first choice, we're going to pretend that I did the Tokyo one. Okay, I got feed. Now, I know that because of my city level, no matter what amount of feed it gives me, I can do it in one round, right? So that's something that you guys need to pay attention to when you guys do your stuff. For example, I saw somebody on Facebook, or no, it wasn't on Facebook. It was a girl in my group, and she had messaged me on Facebook, and she had a task for a production for chems, and she shouldn't have chosen that task because she had other tasks that in her queue that she should have picked. But when she picked the chemicals task, what does that do? It opens up the possibilities of it coming back, right? And factory tasks can't be sped up, okay? So if you're a lower level and you have, let's say, 35 slots in total, you need to keep that in mind when making your selection. For example, let's say that you're level 20, okay? 18, 20, it doesn't matter. And you are prepping for CoM. Would you want to prep chemicals or do you want to prep something like sugar or textiles? You want to prep something like sugar or textiles because it takes longer. It's usually going to be worth more points. Not only that, you're prepping for it, so you want them to be done, right? Now, what you'll notice is you want to add up the amount of downtime that it's going to take. So I already know that a feed task is probably going to be worth well over it's probably going to be worth right around 2,300 points. So I know I'm going to have to do that one at some point. So I need to get the feed going immediately, okay? I don't know how many it's going to be for unless I watch the video. But either way, it's pretty much going to take up either 55 to 60 of them. So no matter what, I pretty much need to do them all, right? Now, in the meantime, because I can't afford that much downtime right now, my next choice would be what? It would be the neo-simoleons, because it's my highest premium in my line. But in the meantime, what do? I should be preparing for all these other tasks that I may need to do. For example, the flower down at the bottom. I may need to do that one later. Well, it would be nice to have them done when I do. So I'm going to go over to my barn and I'm going to put down one flower, right? And then I'm going to use the arrows on my buildings to cycle through all my other shops. And that way I have one making at all times and I'm not filling up any of my shops, because if that happens and I get a task for something else, then I have to wait for that to complete before I can put anything new down. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and look and see when war ends, because of that legendary task sitting there. I'm going to go see what I need for my legendary card. Then I'm going to go over to my fast food restaurant and I'm going to put down the pink lemonade bottles. Okay? Again, one at a time. If I don't have enough melons, that's my next goal, is trying to get melons. Whether I have to ask people in my group or put them down on a token or whatever the hell I got to do, I need to get the melons for the bottles, right? So you need to multitask all of your stuff. You may not collect on it, but you got to multitask it. Otherwise, you will be in a world of hurt. Now, the neo-simoleons, I don't actually have enough neo items to have those bubbles pop up. For anybody who has Omega unlocked, that's still playing the Contest of Mayors, this is what you're going to have to deal with. See where it says 34 out of 35 on my screen on the left? I have 4 Omega items out of 35. Now, it's not actually going to pop up any of those purchasing bubbles until it's about 75% full. So, that being said, give me a second here. I see I'm losing stream connection. Hang on. Okay, so that being said, what you need to do in your CoM prep would be, you would want to make sure that you have 75% of your Omega storage full at all times, or at least 75% full. Now, for the purpose of this lovely exercise, we're just canceling these because these don't matter to me. We're pretending that I'm doing them, right? Now I've got an earn keys task. Now, depending on how much this is worth will depend on if I have to do it or not. Typically, you want to try to avoid these tasks because they're non-premium. They continue to pop up and they will eat up all of your VU or cash, right? So my next choice, I would be starting the feed, right? And doing all this other stuff would be to see how much the keys is worth. So let's do that. If you guys have any questions, now would be the time to ask. And here's the next thing. When you guys want help with the Contest of Mayors, you guys need to remember that I have to see the entire list. Oftentimes I get questions like, should I do this task or this task? Or in this situation, would I do this or this? I have no way of knowing that without seeing your entire list, because I have to see what possibilities you could open up, right? Everything matters. The amount of tasks you have left, the league that you're in, the level that you are, it all matters every time you make a selection. Now, if you're having a really hard time, okay. Let's say that you have, hang on, this list right here, okay? Right now, the highest point task that I have, aside from the feed, is going to be the keys. Now, if this was the beginning of the contest, this is again why you go through the checklist and look at everything. I only have 3 days and 20 hours left. Now, if you subtract the amount of time that I'm going to be sleeping or living my life, that's not much time left, is it? That's like a day and a half. So what we're going to do here is, being how it's worth 2,000 points, which would hold our 2K average, we're going to go ahead and go with the gold keys. Okay? Again, because it's worth 2,000 points and our time remaining. Now, if we had 5 days remaining, we would have went with the feed first. We would prep the pink lemonade bottles and we would do the feed. Okay? Now, we have a residential here. You guys can't do residential upgrades, but I can. So that would likely probably be my next choice, depending on how many points it's worth. Now, if you guys get a residential upgrade, I'm going to tell you right now that if it's 2,400 points or higher, you are going to need to cancel it at some point. If it's 3,000 points, the odds of you needing to cancel it right away are like usually 9 out of 10. Under what circumstances would you not cancel a 3,000 point upgrade right away? Would be if you only had a few tasks left and it's really vital that you get as many points as possible within the amount of tasks remaining. So you wouldn't want to cancel it unless there was 2 of them sitting there, right? Again, that's why the amount of time that you have left in the contest matters so much, because if it's at the beginning of the contest when you have all this time and assignments left, then of course you would want to cancel it right away. But if it's near the end, then you may not. And that's why when you guys ask me questions like, in this instance, would I or would I not? It's like, well, under what pretenses? You know, in that instance, you may or may not. It always changes depending on all the things that you guys, that I've listed for you guys. Now, for those of you who don't have a copy of the written guide for the contest of mayors, you need one. And I'll tell you that the one thing that has changed since I wrote that guide is the loops. The loops are way different than they used to be. And I'm going to be updating that guide this week to better fit what they have done to us now. But I'm going to tell you guys right now that the loops are what you're going to be essentially aiming for. Now, for those of you who don't know what a loop is where you pick a task and then you get the same 2 tasks over and over and over back to back. Now, what used to happen is at the last 10 assignments, you had the ability to get a loop. And if you got thrown into a good one, then you would want to do that to basically earn a bunch of easy points right at the end. Now you can get loops at any time in the contest, and they can be as high as 3 assignments, 4 assignments, somebody said. So one guy had the same exact 3 assignments in the same exact order for 50 assignments. Now, how do you break the loop? You break the loop by picking a different task than the one you've chosen. If you get thrown into a great loop, go for it as long as you can, okay? Now, the next thing that you guys, you lower level players, well, actually any level player, that you guys need to understand about war. Hang on just a second here. Okay. So, before they changed the VU pass, you didn't really want to do much war because it was a ripoff, right? However, here's what you're going to do, okay? If you want to be successful in CoM, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the war map here. And you're going to go to your war store. Goodbye. You can watch the rest of it when you wake up if you need to. Anybody here who actually wants to be successful at CoM will only use their war simoleons to purchase jackpots. Okay, when you purchase the first one for 500, this is a level 1 jackpot. The only thing that changes with the levels is the duration of the jackpot. So what a jackpot does is, if you look right there in where it says right there, it says bonus points when target is attacked. So what this does is it gives you double the points when you attack somebody. So what you'll do is you'll buy it for 500 war simoleons. If I want to purchase another one, I have to pay 750 coins, or, war coins. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to close it off, and in 25 minutes, this store is going to refresh. If it refreshes and gives me another jackpot, then I'll buy one for 500. If it gives me a level 2 jackpot, then I'll buy it for 1,000. Now, when do you want to use your jackpots? Use them anytime that you can hit for a lot of points, okay? So what you'll do is you'll go here, and anything with a green dot means that you have the materials required to launch it. So for those of you who haven't unlocked a lot of cards yet, this is why I'm telling you guys to launch as many war attacks as you possibly can, because when you get to the Mega League, you're going to get assignments that are worth 3,000 points, and they are to upgrade your war cards, okay? So let's say that you get an assignment that says 3,000 upgrade war attack. That assignment will work even if it's not to upgrade the card, but to unlock the card. So what you're going to do is, as you earn points, you work your way up that VU pass that you just saw. Now, if you purchase the VU pass, you get both levels, right? Now, I don't recommend buying this because it's a ripoff. If you pay the $2.99, you get the first part of the pass. Then you go into the second part of the pass, and you have to pay again. And it's not just $2.99 this time. This time it's $5.99. Then the third one, I think, is like $12.99 or something. It's ridiculous. Now, when you hit somebody, you're going to want to go... when you launch a jackpot, you're going to want to make sure that the person has full health, okay? So you click on their city, and you want to see which attacks you have available. And say, okay, this one's worth this many points, right? You'll take them down to a certain point of health. So you're going to want to launch all of your attacks, as many attacks as you can with the amount of energy that you have given. So you want to add up your stuff and say, okay, this one takes 2 propellers, a duck, and a plunger. So go back over here and make sure that you're actually going to have those available after you launch this one. And make sure that you're going to have enough energy as well. So this one takes, 9 energy, and this one takes 3, okay? But this one's worth really low points. Now, let's see. This one is a really popular one, but I need 2 pieces to launch that one. So right now, I really don't want to launch a jackpot, but I will launch an attack just to get it over with, okay? Now this person has really low health. They got 5 health left. So what I could do, saying that I wanted to launch a low point attack, I could say, okay, I could hit him and get him down to a certain point of health, and then have somebody else come in with a large attack. Let's say somebody had an attack worth 10, they would hit him when he's at 1 health, right? To get the maximum amount of points. So if you see somebody that has a really low health and you're not trying to put them under shield, don't hit them. Save the really low health people for high point hitters, okay? You hit the people with the maximum health. But either way, the whole point is for you to launch as many points as you possibly can so that you can unlock this pass. So that when you get to Mega, you actually have this, you've accumulated up all these cards, right? And all these war boosters and things like that. So that when you go to your cards here, if you get a task to upgrade war attack, you can. Now, what do the numbers mean below the cards? That is how many cards you have to collect in order to do the next upgrade. So if you look on the top of each card, it says what level they are, right? Every time you upgrade your card, you're going to get more points. Now, if you look really closely, I've upgraded this one 4 times. The next cost is 32 keys, right? So what you're trying to do here is unlock cards for the cheapest amount possible so that you can do your assignment. For example, CPT. He had a war assignment for launch, or not launch, it was upgrade war card for 3,000 points. And he had it in a loop. And he had a launch VU two or three, I can't remember which. Yeah, it was 3. And he did that loop for like 20 some odd tasks or something. But what I did was I shared my jackpots with him so that he could get double the points so that he could unlock it faster. Now, when you guys start at the bottom, the moment that you unlock war, just start earning shit on that pass. Anytime the monster's there, attack him, okay? You guys are low level, so your war deliveries aren't going to cost you very much. It's really important that you stack up these rewards. And when you do, when you go to your tree here, unlock something that, depending on which cards you've earned, unlock something that's worth a lot of points. Because, and that's without necessarily having a 3,000 point task for it, because it's going to allow you to earn points quicker. So if you can unlock, let's say, B movie, right? Get that one unlocked, and then you can earn a lot of points so that you can unlock more cards later for Mega, and then just start stacking them up. And that is the whole purpose. Now, for those of you who are not in a war group or don't want to be a war player, if you want to be good at CoM, you have to, okay? You don't necessarily have to, participate a whole lot, but you do have to participate enough to do your assignments. Now, here's the thing. If you're in a group that does not do war, but you all do the contest of mayors, and you all actually want to win, maybe you need to talk to the leader and be like, hey, dude, we really would benefit from at least doing war once a week, right? So if you're looking for a group that does war for the purpose of the contest, that's what we do. Now, let's talk about if you should win or lose the war, okay? When you click on, for those of you who don't know, each time that your club plays war, okay, every time you win, you earn a certain amount of points. And you work your way up this leaderboard, so to speak, and you go up an arena. Now, that stays with the group. So whatever group you're in is what arena you're going to start in. If you come to my group, you're going to start in this arena, versus if you go to another group, maybe they're in arena 2. Okay, we're in arena 5. Now, if you're in the lower arenas, you're going to notice that you don't see a lot of action down there. Not many people hit very much down there. Now, there's also people who they go up an arena and then they close down the group and then they start a new group and they just kick ass in the lower arenas. So you may end up with, a group that kicks your ass. It all depends. Either way, the whole point is you have to decide what it's worth to you. So here's the thing. When you win war, depending on which arena you're in, you're going to get victory rewards. If we win, we get 5 platinum keys, 50 cash, and 5,000 war simoleons. Then we unlock these boosters. Okay? Now, as you can see here, that's not really a good benefit for us. Or at least not for the lower people. So, if you don't launch any war attacks in war at all, you don't get anything. You don't get the victory rewards, and you don't get the defeat reward. But that's why I tell people to launch at least one time, okay? So your club's at war, make sure you launch at least once. We purposefully try to lose the war because most of our players are below level 24. When we lose, we get 3 silver tokens, 5 keys, and some cash or keys. I can't remember what it is, but it's something. And that benefits them because they're getting 6 silver tokens in a week, right? We play war twice a week. So if we lose 2 wars each week, then they get 6 silver tokens that they can utilize for the contest. Now, CPT, and like many others in my group that win Mega each week, they cash out 250 platinum keys a week from winning Mega. That's a hell of a lot more than if we win war for 5 platinum keys. You see where I'm going with that? They get 2,000 cash from winning Mega versus the 50 cash that they get from war. So to lose war to get tokens to win Mega is more beneficial than winning war, right? Now, there are some times where we do win. And there's sometimes when we have more level 24 players than we do level, below 24. If you have more above level 24 players than you do below, then you may want to win the war, okay? It really depends on what your group is. Now, if I have a lot of level 20 players, then I will purposefully try to lose so that it benefits them more. At level 24, you unlock gold tokens. So you really won't benefit necessarily from that. I mean, anytime that you gain tokens is a benefit, right? So it does help here and there. Like if we lose one and win one every now and then, it's not that big of a deal. It kind of fluctuates it out a little bit with the war simoleons. But essentially, you're also going to be getting stuff from the VU pass as well. Just make sure that you're launching at least one time. Now, let me check the chat here. The new season should come next week. So I believe every other season, they skip a week to kind of make it even out throughout the year. If I understand the way that they're doing that, so the next one would start right away. The one following that, they would skip a week. But I'm not doing CoM this week because it's not beneficial for me to. I don't need to hold my placement because I don't care to compete in Mega, right? So I can just slack off. Whereas you guys, if you want to remain in Mega, you need to fall above the promotion the demotion line. So just make sure that you don't get demoted is all. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the stream. Okay, so right now, the feed task is only worth 1,800 points. So normally I would start that, right? So let's pretend that this popped up before the feed is done. So we did this task, okay? What's up? Okay, now we have a melon task. Go figure, right? After we make the pink lemonade. So we would start making the melons. Now remember when I said we were going to start making flour? We have that flour. Let's say we have some of that flour done. Now what do? Well, now we figure out how much these melons are worth first before we do anything. And we may have to collect that flour without actually doing the task. So let's see what happens here. So again, this is another example of CoM prep. I should have seeds and what the hell is that? Okay, well, perfect example. So we have the flour done and we have the melon task pop up, right? So because the flour's already done and it's a better task all around to do because it takes less time, we're going to go ahead and leave it sit. We're not going to touch it just yet, but out of the fact that we have, you got to remember, we have 11 factory slots. So what we can do here is we can say, you know what? We have the 5 flour done. We're going to click a different shop and we're going to use the arrows and we're going to put down X amount of melons, and we already have the flour done. We can have 5 melons done and 5 flour done to get both of those tasks done if we need to. So that's what we're going to do. Okay? Realistically. So now, let's say that we've waited and the feed is actually done. So we went ahead and we collected on the feed. Okay? And we get another upgrade task. Okay, so at my level, I can do these, but at your level, you cannot. And I'm kind of trying to pretend that I'm your guys' level. I'm trying to show you guys what you would do in your situation. It's kind of difficult on my screen, but we're going to try. So, okay, so first off, why do you want to destroy a house? But I'll show you. You hold down on the house, and you see the bulldozer on the right-hand side. You bulldoze it. And it goes away. But don't destroy a house for any have a good reason for destroying it is what I'm saying. So sometimes you guys come to me and you say something like, okay, check my city out. So I go look at your city and I notice that you're a low level and you've built maybe Latin homes or something. And then you're like, well, should I bulldoze them? Well, no, because the damage is already done, right? You already built it. So the whole purpose was that you wasted valuable experience, limited experience, building a house that provides no benefit to you, right? So every time that you build a house, you have X amount of experience between level 1 and level 24, okay? Now, if you build regular homes, you can convert them into epic projects. But if you build any other home, you take away from the limited number of experience that could be going towards a regular home that could be providing a speed token. So bulldozing it doesn't give you that used up experience back. So really you're just bulldozing work. That's all you've done. You're not benefiting at all. So unless you don't like the look of the house, then bulldoze it. But also remember that certain aspects of the game require that you have certain residentials. For example, if you want to buy certain buildings, you may need 10 Paris, 10 London, 10 Tokyo. And that's why I tell you guys to watch the residential video that I have up. Okay, hold on, you guys. I got to find my charger piece here real quick. There it is. Okay. I bought these new phone chargers that have these like magnets, that you stick inside your phone so that you can use the same charger for all your devices. Now I just got to find the cord that I had. Okay. Hang on a second here. What the hell? Hang on. It's still pretty early here, so it's dark. Hold on. If anybody has any questions or needs help with CoM, and it's your specific list, you can send it to me on Messenger. And I can try to answer your questions there. Because you guys, this stuff is not easy, okay? So don't feel bad if you're not understanding it right away. There it is. It's on the floor. What the fuck's it doing there? Okay. Give me a second. My car broke down, so I'm in my grandma's truck. So all my stuff is not where it should be. Where the hell's the plug? Oh, there it is. Jeez, only tweakers out this early. That's not working. Why is that not working? Hold on. Ah, there's the plug. What the fuck's it doing down there? What kind of idiot puts a 12 volt by the pedal? That looks like a great place. Fucking stupid. Hold on. Let me get somewhere where the stream's more stable. Okay, is that better? Is it loading now? Dude, I've been sitting in the same fucking spot. The stream should be fine. And it's like, nope, not stable. Like, what the fuck? Okay. So, how to get simoleons fast? Well, first off, watch my simoleons videos. Because it all has to do with how you manage your stuff. Where your spending is. That's where a lot of people have it wrong. They're like, how to earn quick money. Well, you can earn all the money in the world. And essentially, if you're spending it like an idiot, you're going to be broke, right? So what it comes down to is if you look at what you're making and what you're spending, are you building road upgrades? If you are, stop. If you're upgrading your population and constantly buying services, stop. If you're buying really shitty items, knock it off. If you're making the wrong shit, start making the right shit. Everything has to be done strategically. Anytime that you have the ability to make the correct items to make money, do it, okay? Donuts, make donuts 24/7. Watch my production guide video. Make TVs, make nails, make grass, make chairs. Don't make stupid crap. Okay, what am I going to your city for? Hang on, let me look. Yes, I'm max storage. Almost. I'm max storage as far as like upgrading, yes. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me get rid of some of this garbage. What do you mean the token tower hasn't been fixed? What do you mean? Why do I have 41 feet? How did that happen? Get out of here. And you guys, this is not normally the stuff you would make. I'm just putting stuff up to get rid of it. Trying to make some space here. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So what am I looking at, Shang? Give me a second here. Okay, I think I've got room now. Okay, so what league are you in, JR? Anybody who's on my friends list, if you need anything while we're on the stream, feel free to ask, because I have an overload of stuff here. And nothing in my depot right now is actually for anybody if you want to go ahead and grab some of this stuff. Okay, so if you're not getting high enough assignments, look at the league that you're in. The lower leagues don't give as high assignments out. Shit, I should have saved those spats so well. Okay. Okay, then that's why you're not getting high assignments. So in the lower leagues, you guys aren't going to be taking it as seriously. What you're going to want to do in the lower leagues is launch as many war attacks as you can to build up war cards, as we discussed earlier, and then also do any land unlocks that you may have. Okay. So how are your epics, Shang? They should be going much faster. I mean, CPT's doing like 2 a day now. He's like, I didn't know it was going to make that big of a difference. I'm like, fuck yeah, it does. Makes a huge difference. What the hell is... Oh, you got Tokyo. That's what that is. Okay. I see. What am I looking at here? Looks the same as when I was here last time. Nice. Right on. Yeah, those 4-pointers are going to make a huge difference, you guys. Everybody that is on here that is having trouble with epics, click on my channel, go to the playlist, and watch my 14-minute epic. That's with every single item in the game unlocked. I hit gold in 14 minutes. So, no excuses for anybody here to be having problems. Okay? Not if you take my tips down and realize, like, hey, these epics are easy if you know what you're doing. So I can make them easy for you guys. Like, a lot of you guys that have given up on epics, I had somebody the other day tell me that bronze was impossible to hit, and I'm like, no, you're just doing it wrong. Trust me. If you do it right, you'll hit gold in no time. And they're like, what? How? And they were shocked. So, I mean, just don't give up on epics just because you had 1 or 2 bad runs with them. Watch my videos and you'll understand why they were so hard for you. Okay, let me check the chat here. Okay, came across it. Give me 15 corn for what? Jesus Christ. How many did I give you already? There, that should be enough, right? Oh, okay. How many more do you need? There's 2, 3, 5, 10. Yeah, you should be good now. Well, hey, I didn't know you was doing one right now. I thought you had already finished one. Figured you was just hogging up all the corn just because you wanted to. You're like, I ain't gonna prep. I'll just have Missy do my prep. It's usually how it goes, right? Okay. Let's see. What were we doing over here? Okay, so in this instance, I'm going to do this one, right? Now, if this was you guys, and you had a 3,000 point upgrade, you would likely cancel it, especially if you had as many tasks left as I have left. Because you can't afford to have that sit there. Every time that sits there, it allows for other 3,000 point tasks not to pop up. Okay? So, I know I got some kind of a VU task there. Oh, come on. Okay. Now, let's just pretend right here that this is everything. Okay? Which task is the correct choice from here? Well, it would be the cactus task, right? Because that's our next highest premium. Or it would be the launch legendary attack for 1,200 points. Because that would open up a possibility of getting something better. Now, one thing we do know is that you are not going to touch this monster task, this repair task, or this earn simoleons task. So if you're doing a task assessment, you're going to look at what you would not touch under any circumstances, and you're going to cross it off the list. In some of my older CoM videos, you might hear me refer and say that you're going to work your top 3 tasks. That's what that means. What that means is you're crossing off anything that you wouldn't touch under any circumstances, or at least under the circumstances that you're in currently. And then you would pick from what you have available. So we know we're not going to be doing the Paris, the residential, the earn simoleons, monster, the VU repair, or the epic. So we can cross all those off our list. Now we know that we're not going to pick melons or flour when we have something worth double the points right in front of us, right? How many points do you have left? How many more points do you have to go? Oh, you're prepping. Okay, I see. Well, okay. So what items are you short on? Do you have anything for sale? Worth any money? Try to stock up on items that are hard to get, like melons, saps, drills, shit like, you know, whatever you have unlocked, I can't remember. Don't stock up on stupid shit that you can easily get. Okay. Let's see here. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was... Where is it? Oh, somebody, I think it was Low. I can't remember who it was, but somebody asked me if you bulldoze your Omega residence, if you will still get the Omega bubbles to pop up to sell the items. Yes. Now, here's how they pop up. When you have, let's say, the control nets or the drones, that's where those bubbles come from, right? So when I first bulldozed all my Omega stuff, what I did was I kept a pack of drones and a pack of the wherever the control net is. I can't remember where I put the stupid thing, but it's here somewhere, unless I bulldozed it on my last designing escapade here. Yeah, I can't remember where I put it, but so essentially what I did was I kept one of each, and that way they would still pop up. So no, you don't need the residents. They pop up from the services. Okay. So as far as like what to do in the front of my city here, I have no clue what to do, you guys. I'm like stumped. All right, so we would have done this task here. Well, we probably would have done the VU. But let's see which points value that's worth there. I'm going to open up a list from somebody in my group here in just a second. What, Shang? What do you need? The next season theme, I have no idea. I hope it's something good, but I know it should be out next week. It almost seems like they do 2 passes, the same theme, and then switch it up, but I could be wrong. Okay, so this is a launch 1. Even though it's worth less points, it's going to open up the ability to get a higher launch, but at this current time, we're not seeing high tasks pop up, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to go with the legendary attack instead. And because I have the points for this to do it easily, I'm just going to go ahead and do that one. Or not. Wait. Nope. Okay. So it looks like our enemy's knocked down. Aren't they? Am I missing somebody? Wait. There they are. Okay. And I don't have the shit I need. Never mind. Ooh, there's that. Okay. So we're going to cancel that one. Obviously, you guys would pretend that we did it. Now, in this instance, again, now we've got another 3K upgrade. So, obviously, I would do this, but you guys would cancel if you had to. I probably would have went with the launch 1 first before the cancel, just because of your guys' current situation. Now that's an upgrade war card for 3,000. That's what this one's going to be for. That's an easy, quick 3,000 points. Try to do it for as little keys as possible, or for whatever attack that you want. Alright, hold on. You know, I did a video about the people that left and came back to the game. A lot has changed. I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy. Some of the stuff has changed for the better, some of it's changed for the worse. Like, I really like the new Mayor's Pass as far as the rewards, but the buildings themselves are terrible. Some of the old season passes were terrible too. Like the Cowboy seasonals were terrible. Is that all I'm buying, Shang? Is those 5? Okay, thank you. So, what am I doing with these? Because the guy needed exhaust, I think. You know, the other thing that changed, I was really, just because I had already completed my capital, pretty much. I had nothing, and I had no room for anything, so I was happy about the regionals. And then the trees that were an awesome addition to the game. Hang on, you guys. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was doing that. So this is the upgrade disaster. You have 1 hour, so don't start it until you're actually ready to do it. Then you'll go to your war screen here. And then anything that says unlock or upgrade will work for this disaster. Or, well, assignment. So in this instance, I could do 64 keys to unlock this one. And I should know. Let's see, what's my highest level? 32, 32, 16. Trying to do it for cheap. This is ridiculous. Jesus. I don't really use that one that much, or that one. That's not a bad price for that one. I think I'll go with that one. Okay. So that takes care of that. Okay, so in this case, we would go with the minerals task. Which we're not actually going to do because it would take too long, but we're going to pretend that we did it. Okay, so that's an airport. Whoa, I got some messages to catch up on. Hold on here. Yeah, I mean, when you look at when you try to sit down and design a cool map, to me, the focus of the game, it really lost its potential. Like, whenever you go onto Google Play and you download a game, right? The whole point is to download a game that interests you. Now, when you downloaded this game, you didn't say, I want to hunt items all day, every day. That wasn't the main focus of the game, right? So it kind of becomes that after the fact. It turns into this hunt for dozer and storage and nothing but that. And it sucks because this is what the game should be about. This right here. Making something cool, right? When you go to somebody's city and you see some work put into it and you look around, you're like, wow, that looks really badass. That's what the game's supposed to be about. Nobody gives a shit how much storage you have or how much dozer you have, right? They don't go, wow, that guy has max storage. That looks really cool. No, that's not what it's supposed to be. And you get stuck in this vicious cycle of suffering and struggling and just barely keeping your head above water. And that's what they want. They want you to constantly need coins, constantly upgrading services, constantly hunting the same items for years. And what I've done with the Missy's Building Guide is I've taken that part of the game and eliminated it. So the first 24 levels, you're building the foundation of your city. You're getting that storage done. You're getting the dozer done. You're building the whole foundation of the city. And then from that point on, you can enjoy the game for what it was supposed to be. So you can actually decide, you know what? I don't have to hunt storage anymore. I don't have to hunt dozer. All my shit's done. You have max VU, max land, max everything, right? Now you can sit down and be like, you know, CPT or Shang or all the other people that have been playing with me for the last 4 or 5 months. And they're at the point now where like, if you look at the stats of their city, they are surpassing people that have played for 5 or 6 years just by making the right decisions. Now, they're going to get to the point with it where, for example, CPT, when he finally leaves phase 1 and goes into phase 2, this is what he has to look forward to. You know, all of his epics, this is what they're going to be like. These are all four-pointers, right? All 4-pointers. Besides the face waterfalls, which he bought those. He can put those out, you know. All the water that he got for the Thanksgiving holiday. This right here, this setup, having 3 roads red that aren't anywhere near anything to cause any happiness, this right here makes it to where you don't have to upgrade your roads ever again without your happiness declining. Ever. So think about how much money you save just by doing something like this. Now, obviously, futuristically, he would make it look cooler, right? But his land is he's been playing 5 months, okay? All his shops are all at 11 slots. Everything's maxed out. And every single epic that you see here on his screen is gold. So, oh, and he has all 4 maxes and he spent 15 cash. Real money. That's what you want to see. And now he can enjoy the game for what it's supposed to be, rather than this, I'm going to empty my wallet every day and buy these stupid storage cities that hunt global all day, have less storage than somebody who has one city and just works their ass off. You see what I'm trying to say here? This is what you want to have accomplished with your time. Essentially, that's all you have is what you've accomplished with your time. If you've spent 6 years playing a game and you have nothing to show for, plus money spent, so time and money, what the hell are you doing? And that's honestly what it really comes down to, and that's what I try to get people to focus on, is having goals, right? So I don't care if it's just the simplest of goals. Your goal today could be just to upgrade your factories to 5 slots, right? Every day you wake up, you open your game, you fill your shops, you fill your stuff up, and you ultimately accomplish the same things. Set the bar just a little higher every day and just say, you know what, today I'm going to do this. That's my goal today. And make it more than just hunting for storage. Because that shit, it happens. You have to make storage a goal, but at the same time, you have to remember a lot of the storage that you obtain in the game is going to come from opinion bubbles, video ads, promotions, rewards, Mayor's Pass, stuff like that. A lot of it doesn't come from global. Hang on, I gotta fill this request. A lot of people seem to be doing epics in my group here. All right, seeds up. Don't take this stuff for so-and-so. Okay, where's the cream at here? Am I really out? Or am I blind? The fuck? Okay, hold on here. Yep, I am out. So. Did you just buy his flower, Shang? Really? You're on my screen. You see it. Coming back to your depot for that flower. Pay attention, shithead. You can just put up one of them. Jesus, what the fuck? You're a nut. Total nutcase. You're like, I'm going to take the 5 and then I'm going to give you 10. What the fuck is wrong with you? Do you want some of these back? Then why'd you buy my 5? Leave them for somebody who needs them. You. Oh my God. Where do you live again? I'm pretty sure this truck will make it there. Jesus, criminy. Okay. So, do you guys like any of the new holiday crap? Because all these fucking holiday buildings are old holiday buildings. Aside from the carousel, I don't think was from last year, and the whatever you call it, the Santa one, wherever it is. I think it's at the end. I think they're a fucking ripoff, dude. I bought the one, this one. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, okay. So I bought that one, but this one is they're both a ripoff, really. 560? I mean, look at that. That thing's tiny. At least give us a big one that lights up or something. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I know, it's driving me nuts, dude. It's every time. Every year that comes around, it's like they have no... I don't know. It's odd to me because this game is still very popular, you know? And just the littlest effort would make the biggest difference. I mean, people are clearly willing to spend the money on this game, so why not make some effort? You know what I mean? The detail's so damn tiny. I don't know. I've never played my city on a tablet, not for very long. I have a hard time designing on a tablet for some weird reason. So I'm trying to figure out what to do up front here. I'm definitely not doing a Christmas theme on this map. But I need to get that out the way. Okay. I don't know if I like this area right here at all. I think I should do something different. But I have health coverage in this area, but I could move it over here. I just don't know if I really want to put houses over here. You know, I know that. So they also had those one trees that were like pandas. They were really, really, really tall. I think somebody on my friends list has them. Let me see. I think it might be him. Can't remember. What the hell? That's interesting. That might be the trees I'm talking about. Can't tell. No. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it was something like that, but they were really cool. And they weren't here very long. Okay. Honestly, I'd prefer to just get to the point with the game where I just design stuff. I have so many ideas that's kind of what gets me stumped on my capital, is just having too many ideas. See, this one, I never got this building, but this one was pretty cool. This entertainment one right here. And then this haunted house, whatever this is, this one was pretty cool too. And that one was pretty cool. thought I had this one. I swore I had that one. Maybe not. You see what I'm saying, though? Like, would you rather earn stuff like this or the shit that we have now? Because the shit we have now is a disgrace. Like, this is what we have now. This little tiny thing right there. Okay. See, this one here, this particular park right there, it wasn't bad, but I mean, it's not that great either. Let's see. Like this pyramid and these buildings right here, these were pretty cool when they came out. I don't like how some of them have to be faced a specific direction. This is when I started, was this education, right? This was the first building I think I earned, was this one. Now, let's see. Trying to find the one I was talking about here. It's pretty cool. I want to know where, I think Chronic got that snow globe from one of those holiday spins. Because I don't see it for sale this time. Wait, is that the carousel thing? Oh, it is. Okay. What's that? You can always tell how long somebody's been playing based off the shit that they have. He's been playing a long ass time. I'm going to tell you that right now. I have a really cool idea for an Omega City. Putting the Omega and then taking the hot air balloons and lining the back of it, because you won't see the actual building itself, but you'll have a ton of hot air balloons going through the Omega City. It'll look tight. Okay. Facebook group. Hang on. Oh, those are regional epics. Yeah. Yep. Here, wait. Turn my phone sideways here. So the cactus one is that tall pink one. Let's see. That one's probably my favorite, honestly. So, this one, right here, it's a cactus one. Yeah. The Green Valley one was the one I don't have. I haven't done an epic on limestone yet at all, so I have to build up a residential building. I have a lot of stuff just sitting out over here. But these winter trees, it would be cool if they let us buy these. I don't think they're letting us buy them right now, are they? If I remember right. I don't even remember when these went on sale, to be honest with you. I can't remember. Yeah, I know. I remember they gave us some of them in singles, which was pretty cool. I'm really surprised they didn't give Daniel a better city, honestly. It's kind of ridiculous. SimCity Buildit, MissyAnne YT. Yeah, no, I remember that too. I thought they let us buy them though at some point. I kind of like those holiday things they used to do with the when we would build like residential buildings and they would give us like Easter eggs and then we could build items and give them to the thing to get Easter eggs instead of having to do upgrades. Okay, so this one here is the sunny one. What's up? Okay. Oh, it absolutely is. Isn't it all? Everything with SimCity's rigged. Took forever. Like, they had a thing that said, like, the percentage chance that you actually had of winning some of this stuff. Some of them were much harder to get than others. So right now, because I've unlocked all the stuff that I need to get my last map, now I'm just selling off all my regional stuff so that I can get regional coins so I can upgrade the hotspots. I'm not actually building any more regional homes right now. Doing regular residentials for epics and that's it. Ah, no, wrong house. I ended up buying this on the Black Friday sale just because I didn't have this stupid thing. I'm going to do a Tokyo display with that. 61 of these little pink trees. Fucking ridiculous. Coconut. Alright, Shang, what do you need for your epic? Yes, I remember you, Nation. Yes, you can do epics on regional maps. That's what we were discussing. So right here, as you can see, I have some. So you just have to do regular residentials. You have to build them all the way up to maximum upgrade, just like you would on your regular map. Like that. So you build up a regular residential all the way to max, and then you can convert it. What items do you need, Shang? You always need a coin. That's the one thing I hate, is that you can't see the price of the building unless you have all the ones in storage placed out. And you can't buy anything unless you put all the ones in storage. It's stupid. Which surprises me because I probably would have bought a lot more stuff if I didn't have to put a lot of this shit out. You think SimCity would be all over that. I haven't figured out a way to make these castle things look cool. They just, to me, they look so stupid most of the time. I'm going to try to mess with it sometime here soon. This Tokyo castle, again, this shit's ugly as hell. Not a big fan of the Tokyo stuff. The first couple upgrades is one thing, but the last few are just hideous. What do you mean? Like the, hold on. So, like, is it random that you get a regional epic when it transforms? Yes. Okay, how many points are you at, Shang? You need to control your spending, mister. Shit going.
You don't necessarily need coin if you prep good enough. If you prep good enough, you should be able to complete it without any coin. I mean, fuck, the one epic I did, I didn't even have to leave the screen. I hit gold in 14 minutes. I never had to buy one thing. And I have every damn item unlocked, so you got no excuses. And you have more 4-pointers than I do. And a fraction of the items unlocked, double the storage. So yeah, whoosh. Let's see, do I have paint? Yes, I do. Okay. Here's my drink I just lost. Oh, for heaven's sake. Alright, post some shit for sale. I don't know where all your money goes, dude. Crazy ass. What do you mean? You got bread rolls, right? Post those. I'll give them back to you, dumbass. That's the most expensive thing you have, right? Is bread rolls? How many epics do you have left? Oh, you still have quite a few left to do. I don't know. Why are you posting melons? You don't have any bread rolls? Okay, I think you got enough melons. Is that all you're posting? Alright, tell me when you're here. The only way to really... Hold on. Jesus Christ, dude. Your communication is trash. This is when you say, Missy, stay. I'm posting more things for sale. Jesus Christ. Is there anything else going up? Okay, get your ass to my depot and tell me when you're there. You know, the Omega resources are the way to go, honestly. Alright, be quick, because who knows who's going to be buying this shit up once they see it. You want your land back, right? That wasn't supposed to go to anybody? Okay, better hurry up. Grab this shit. How many rolls do you have for your epic? So in case anybody was wondering, this is the quick way to do it, is to do the 1, lower it all the way down, and then increase the quantity after. I forgot how many I've posted. Shit. How many more do I owe you? Like 10 more or something? Okay, hurry up, dingbat. Oh, get the hell out of my face. I lost quite a bit of storage when they took away the temp storage. It sucked big time. I gotta get 5,000 more limestone storage so that I can get the storage unit. Every regional map that you unlock, you get 20 storage. But you gotta have a certain amount of population and then you unlock the storage unit for it. So that's the last thing, and then I'll be at an even 800, and then... So basically, for anybody who's wondering, 700 is max storage for as far as, like, you can upgrade, and then you get 20 per regional map, which puts you up to 800, and then you get the temporary storage that comes in the VU pass and the mayor's pass. So it's somewhere around, like, 5 or 840 something. That's technically the maximum, something like that. Okay. Let's see. I think I've unlocked it. Yeah. So I just have to come up with 5,000 limestone coins and then I can buy it. Which is my next goal because I would have had it already by now, but the Black Friday sale kind of ran me broke on trees, as you can see. Okay. Any regional coins that you guys come up with, try to upgrade the hotspots. That's what these are. So each regional map has its own hotspot per category. So for example, this is the hotspot that belongs to the cactus map. So the coins are cactus coins to upgrade the hotspot. Now what the hotspots do is if you click the little eye here, it shows you how many points it'll be worth. Epic points, it's going to be worth 3 if the next upgrade. Okay, these hotspots increase in pop boost and in epic pointers. They go all the way up to 5 epic pointers. So if you can get these, as you can see, you have to reach a certain amount of regional population to unlock the next hotspot level. So they are expensive to upgrade. Okay, so you're going to definitely want to start saving regional coins for those because 5 pointers is going to make a huge difference on your epics, especially when you consider the fact that you have regionals unlocked now. So it's going to make all the difference. Okay, it's a residential. So see how I unlocked a new hotspot level for transportation. So if I go to transportation here and I scroll to the end, you'll see which ones belong to which map here. Now, the way that I notice it is like if I put one down and I click it, then it'll show me which level that is. So this one's a level 5 that I had in storage. So this one here, I haven't actually purchased this one yet, but I will after I buy my storage unit, of course. So my next goal is to get the storage unit. This one here belongs to the limestone map, the Mahjong gambling casino. It's pretty cool, actually. I like that one. What's up? What do you want, dude? What could you possibly want? Oh. Okay, hold on. That or I just ignore you on accident. Thank you. Okay. So I'm up to, what, 1,300 now? Now, another thing, you guys, if you buy the Omega services, you're going to have a hell of a lot easier of a time. For example, as you can see, I bought one of each for this map. The price is going to remain the same no matter which map you purchase it. So if it's, let's say it's 70,000, it's going to be 70,000 no matter what map. I mean, I have to have 3 Omega residents to actually purchase it. So what I do is I just place to upgrade, and then I place another one and another one until I have 3. Now it doesn't matter which map it's on, it just has to be 3. Then you can purchase it, your services. Okay. So the traffic, again, you're going to be setting your roads up to not need upgraded because it's a ripoff. Never upgrade roads unless you actually want to upgrade them for the look. Okay. What time is it here? Alright, you guys. In this stream, and I'll be back on here in a little bit. So, if you guys have any questions or anything, you can ask me when I get back. But I have some stuff that I have to get done, and then I'll be back. Okay? You know, the Omega canister assignment, I haven't got that one in a while. It hasn't been popping up as frequently. Oh yeah, the walkthrough city. Alright, you guys. I'll be back here in a little while.